gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women, have we been? So let me say something. It has been intentional posting bi-weekly. Yes, I do that. I've been posting bi-weekly since February. So I have like too many things I'm doing currently, and I gotta prioritize. And that means that there are some things that I need to like put at the top and some just have to. So in order for us not to even do one per month, I decided to do, you know what, bi-weekly. It's gonna be coming for now. Just manage me. Manage Timmy for just this period while I'm able to like let go of so many things that I'm currently doing. So yes, let's get into it. Let me give you this scenario of what we want to talk about. Imagine someone having 10 children and there's another person that doesn't have any, and you that you have 10 children, you're telling the person that doesn't have one that, oh, children are not good people because those ones there, that no, I don't think you should. But you have 10 and you're telling somebody not to have any. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And my name is Timini Layo, and I am a product manager. So what do I do on this channel? I actually help entry-level product managers in Nigeria, and not even in Nigeria alone, because I've been getting feedback from people outside Nigeria. So we global. So yes, I help product managers in Nigeria build the skills and confidence to succeed in their PM careers. So today, like I said, we are talking about something I get asked all the time. Like I don't think any of my students, I don't think, is there anyone that everybody in fact, they are always asking me this question, like, okay, you know what, product management certifications. So we are talking about CSPO, we are talking about CSM, we are talking about Save, Agilist, Certified Product Manager, and the list goes on. Everybody's always asking me about this question. And I felt like rather than just doing it in our own small space, let me kuku bring it here. Exactly. So here is my hot take, which is actually very controversial. And yes, just allow. Certifications don't make you a better product manager. Quotes Tim Nicolai 2026. Yes, certifications don't make you a better product manager. But before you click away, have mercy. Just watch till the end. Let's talk about this. Here is the twist. And don't beat me. I actually have two certifications as a product manager. And I have the CSPO, which is the Certified Scrum Product Owner. And I also have the CSM, which is the Certified Scrum Master from Scrum Alliance. But just wait till the end of this video and let's talk about this very well. So why did I get them if I don't think they make me better? That's exactly what we are going to be unpacking today. So now the hard truth about certifications. Let me start with the uncomfortable truth, right? No certification will teach you how to make tough product decisions. You can memorize all the framework, ace every exam, and still struggle with a stakeholder that is breathing down your neck, demanding a feature that contradicts your product strategy. You can have all these, just name them, all the certificates, you can have it and you still struggle as a product manager. You can know every Scrum ceremony from the back to the front, and you will still freeze when engineering tells you the feature won't be ready for 3 more sprints, and marketing has already promised your customer that this thing is going to be available next week. You see those marketing and sales people? Yeah, they are your enemies. So certifications teach you the theory, but product management is learned through practice, and it's not just one step. It's not just one practice. You have to keep doing it all the time. So here is what certification can't teach you. The first one is stakeholder management. So how do you say no to your CEO without burning bridges? How do you manage a designer who thinks your product vision is boring? How do you negotiate with engineering when they say something is impossible, but you know that it is just hard? So these are judgment calls that come from experience, not textbooks. Yeah, we got to talk about it. Now, the second one is making trade-offs under pressure, right? Should you delay launch to add one more feature or ship what you have? Should you prioritize the feature that 80% of users want but only moves revenue by 10%, or the feature that probably 5% of enterprise clients are demanding but could unlock millions? So there is no certificate for that. You are going to learn those things as a product manager while working as a product manager. Exactly. Now, the third thing is reading between lines. When a customer says, I need this feature, they are often not telling you the real problem. Let me give you something. Let me explain something. Something happened during my class with one of my students, and we're just talking about customers saying, oh, they want this. So let me just explain it. The customer say, oh, I want a dark mode feature, and you don't know so much. You just say, okay, no problem. Then you start talking to the engineers that, you know what, let's add dark feature mode on our application. But you really do not know why the customer want the dark mode feature on the application. So I told my student that you need to do the five why. So you ask the first why, the second why, third to the fifth why. And the reason why you want to do that is because you really want to know why they requested for that feature. Now, when we got to the bottom of it, it's not because they want the dark mode feature because it is in vogue. It is because customer is busy at work and they don't get notification alerts on their bank transactions. Now, when they get back home at night, it is late and they need to go into their banking app to check their notifications for the day. And it is daylight mode and it affects their eyes or the sight. So that's why they said, okay, you know what, even when we reduce the brightness of this phone, it is still bright, it still affects my eyesight. And that is why I want the dark mode feature. Now, do you understand that it's not really the dark mode? It is notifications they need. So if you enable notification on the application, that during the day they can see those notifications, they know what comes or what goes out of their accounts. Can you see that it is not really the dark mode feature? It is something else. So when engineering says that technically feasible, they might be saying, but it's going to be a nightmare to maintain. So learning to listen for what's not being said, that only comes with reps. It's not textbook again. Now, the fourth one is navigating company policies or politics. So why is product always fighting with sales? Come and ask me. I got answers. I'm always so why does the C-suite keep changing priorities? How do you influence without authority when you are five levels below the decision maker? So this is where real PM work happens and no cost prepares you for it. Now, here's the thing. I've worked with product managers who have zero certifications and deliver incredible products. I've also worked with certified product managers who could not prioritize a backlog to save their lives. So the certification doesn't make the PM makes the PM. Simple as that. Now, so why did I get certified? You want to know, right? Why did I get certified? So if certifications don't make you better, why did I spend money and my time getting CSPO and CSM? And in fact, I'm still going to get the certified Scrum trainer certification. I'm also still going to get the PSPO. And if okay, let's stop at that. So now, because in the real world, certifications serve a different purpose. They are not about making you better. They're about opening doors and speaking the language, to be honest. So I'm going to give you my reason. Reason number one, getting past HR filters. This is the most practical reason, to be honest. If you ask me, this is actually my top reason. Many companies, especially in Nigeria, use certifications as a screening tool. They will put CSPO required or Scrum certification preferred in the job description, not because they care if you are certified, but because HR needs an easy way to filter 200 applications down to 20. That is just it. So it's not fair, but it's the reality. So if two candidates are equally strong and one has the certificate and one doesn't, guess who is getting the call? I wasn't about to let a check boss cost me an interview, so I gotta do it. And it's also because I did it immediately. I didn't even get my first certification until like my fourth year or third year as a product manager. I had to build before going for certifications. We are going to get into it. Now, reason number two, speaking the same language as your team. When I first joined when I joined my first Scrum meeting, right? Everyone was throwing around terms, sprint retrospective, definition of done, story points, and guess what? Baby girl was lost. So, getting my CSM certification didn't make me a better PM, but it gave me the vocabulary to collaborate effectively. I could walk into sprint planning and not feel like everyone was speaking a foreign language. So here is the thing. It's not about knowing more than your team. It's about removing friction. So when the Scrum Master says, oh, we need to refine the backlog, I know exactly what they mean. We don't need to start translating. I get it. I know what you're saying. So reason number three is building confidence as a new product manager. When I was starting out, I had imposter syndrome. It was really bad. I would sit in meeting and I'm thinking, do I even belong here? Do I know what I'm doing? The certification did not make me a better PM, but it gave me a baseline of confidence. So it was like, okay, I've studied the frameworks, I know the principle, now let me apply them. So it's like learning to drive. Passing your driving test does not make you a good driver. Experience does, but it gives you the fundamentals so you are not completely lost when you hit the road. That's just how it works. Now, the fourth reason is signaling to employers, especially internationally. So I'm currently targeting roles outside of Nigeria, and in those markets, certifications carry more weight because employers don't know Nigerian university or Nigerian work experience, right? So CSPO and CSM from Scrum Alliance are globally recognized. So it's a signal that says, I understand product management principles at an international standard. So it levels the playing field when I am competing with candidates from everywhere. Now, what certifications actually teach you? Let's talk about it. So let me be fair to certifications, right? They are not useless. I'm not saying they are useless. They do provide value, just not in the way most people think. So what certifications are good for? The first one is on the understanding frameworks and principle. We have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have Lean and Agile. So these are real methodologies that teams use. So certifications give you the structure. You learn what a sprint is, how to run stand-ups, or Scrum calls rather, how to write user stories in a consistent format. So this is especially valuable if you are coming from a non tech background. But it's like learning the rules of football before you step onto the pitch. You need to know the basics before you can play the game. Don't be like me that how many people are players, how many people play on the field. I do know, but you get me. So now the second thing is exposure to best practices. Certifications show you how high performing teams operate. You learn that retrospectives aren't just nice to have, they are critical for continuous improvement. So you learn that backlogs should be prioritized, not just random list of features. So these aren't secrets, but having them laid out systematically is helpful when you are new. Now, the third thing is networking and community access. Some certifications like CSPO and CSM give you access to communities of other certified professionals. So you can join Slack groups, attend meetups, ask questions. That peer learning can be more valuable than the certificate itself. Now, the fourth thing is at when you are starting, a starting point, and it's not like the finish line. I need to be truthful with you. It's the starting point, but it's not the finishing line. So think of certifications as chapter one of your PM education. They give you the foundation, but the real learning happens in like chapter two, three, four, when you are actually building products, making mistakes, and you are iterating. That is it. So now the certifications that might be worth it. Not all certifications are created equal. If you are going to invest time and money, here is my take on what's actually worth it. Now, what are those that are worth considering? The first one is CSPO. I know for Scrum Alliance is CSPO. I know for Scrum.org it's another name. I think PSPO. I think it's PSPO. I can't really remember. But I know CSPO, that's a certified Scrum product owner, or CSM, that's a certified Scrum master. These are the gold standard for Agile or Scrum. So widely recognized, relatively affordable. I laughed. It's not that cheap, but at least, you get me. And they teach you the basics of how most product teams operate. So if you are going to get one certificate, start here. It costs about I think like 400,000 above. It depends on where your trainer is. If your trainer is in the USA, you're gonna spend more, especially if you are paying from Nigeria. So you're gonna spend more. But if your trainer is in Nigeria, that's why I want to get like a certified Scrum trainer certificate so that I can be helping you people's life. It won't be too expensive for you. Sure, you get me? So be praying for me. So it depends on your trainer and probably the location. Yeah. So now the second one is product management certification from reputable platforms. So platforms like Product School, Reforge, Pragmatic Institute, they offer courses that are more practical than theory heavy. So they are expensive. I know Product School, some of their courses is like $1,000 above. Yeah, so I would only recommend if your company is paying or if you are targeting senior roles. If you are just entry level, year zero, and you want to go, all right, so you need to skip unless you have specific reason. These are the ones that you should skip unless you have specific reason to take the course. Probably they are too niche or vendor specific certifications rather. So we have the SAFE, we have the LESS, we have certified Azure product manager. We have so many of them. Unless your company specifically requires it or you are working in a very specialized domain, these are overkill for most product managers. Yeah, they are really. You can get it, but maybe when you get to that point in your life where you feel like, I've actually done so well. Let me just get this one for getting it sake. You get right. So yes. The second one is generic product manager from unknown platforms. So there are a lot of low quality certifications on Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning that sound impressive but mean nothing to employers. A 5,000 hour certificate from platform no one's heard of won't it will not filter you from HR. And I need to speak so that this is not misleading because I know when I started as a product manager, even before I got my first job, the certificates I took that explained or exposed me to product management were from this platforms. I did Coursera, I didn't do Udemy, I did Coursera and I did LinkedIn Learning. So I discovered the basics from those platforms. So I'm not saying that they are bad. I'm saying when you want to start, you can even take those ones rather than going all the way for those recognized professional bodies, certifications. I hope you get the balance. I'm not saying those ones are bad. You can take those. In fact, I recommend that you take those courses so that you understand what product management is, but they are not worldwide recognized. They are not recognized like that. In fact, even in Nigeria, when they are listing the requirements for the job role, they will not put course from Udemy. They will list it. They will say Scrum Alliance, or they will put it there. So do you get me now? Now, better alternatives to certifications. Instead of spending 300,000 naira on a certification, you might consider or building a real product. So even a side project and documenting your process, you can do that. You can contribute to open source projects as a product manager. You can also write case studies analyzing products in your industry, and you can create content, something like this, my YouTube channel now. You can do it to show your thinking. It doesn't have to be like you are teaching people. It can just be probably something you learned today as a product manager. I'm giving you content ideas. So that is it. You can start something like that, or a day in the life of a me that I'm a product manager, but I don't know what product was, something like that. You get so a portfolio of real work beats a certification every single time. I'm going to tell you, you need to get your product portfolio. I'm serious. Now, the real skills that make you a better product manager. The certifications don't make you better. What does? Here's what I've learned after this is my sixth year as a product manager, and repetition and reward practice. That's the first thing. There is no substitute for doing the work. You can write 10 product requirement documents and you will get better at writing PRDs. You can run 20 sprint planning sections and you will get comfortable facilitating. You can ship 5 products and you will learn how to manage a roadmap. You can't study your way into being a great PM. You have to do it. You have to do it. I don't even know how to explain it any further. The second thing is learning to say no and why. The best product manager I know are great at saying no. Not just no, but no because. Don't just say no. Will you eat? No. Why don't you want to eat? You cannot tell us, but you don't want to eat. They can articulate trade offs, explain prioritization, and help stakeholders understand why something isn't happening right now. So, this skill only comes from practice and from building credibility with your team. Now, the third one is curiosity and asking why 5 times. You know, I mentioned it earlier. Great PMs are relentlessly curious. They don't take requirements at face value. They dig into the problem. Why does the customer want this feature? Why is this metric dropping? Why did engineering estimate this at as a 3 instead of 1? The best product decisions come from asking better questions, not having more certifications. The fourth one is empathy for users, engineers, and stakeholders. Product management sits at the intersection of business, tech, and users. I know I've shown you that diagram. You have to be able to put yourself in each of their shoes. What's the engineer stressed about? What does the CEO care about? What pain is the user actually trying to solve? Empathy is not taught in a course. It is cultivated through intentional practice. And that's what I want you to know. Now, the fifth one is resilience and comfort with ambiguity. So PM work is very, very messy. Have you seen me during the week? I don't In fact, this is a reflection of no, this one looks better. I look stressed during the week, right? Requirements change, launches get delayed, stakeholders those ones they're always disagreeing. So your favorite feature gets out, you'll be wrong sometimes, really. The PMs who succeed are not the ones who avoid failure, they are the ones who recover quickly, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. Now, none of this is on a certification exam. None of it is on a certification exam. Now, my advice for you as an entry level product manager, should you get certified if you are just starting out? You can get one foundational certification, so either CSPO or CSM. If one you can afford it, or your company will pay. If your company they do learning, training and development, and they want to pay, you can do it too. I do not like you should wait till year 5. I'm saying if they can pay because it's expensive, and maybe you don't have the money. If you have the money, you can do it. But you're applying to roles that list this as a requirement. You can get it. You want to build baseline confidence in Agile or Scrum, you can get it. But don't wait for the certification to start doing PM work. Start now. build something, write PRDs for imaginary products, analyze applications you use every day, reach out to PMs on LinkedIn and ask to shadow them, right? So if you're already working as a PM, honestly, I think you should skip the certificates. I think you should invest that time and money into building a public portfolio. So we are talking about case studies, blog posts. I don't want you to do YouTube videos. Maybe you can do it so that you know that because I don't want to. Please do YouTube videos also. Learning adjacent skills, so basic SQL, basic design, understanding APIs. I know product managers that yes, they don't still know what APIs are. I'm not showing shit. I'm just saying that these are better than you going to take certifications when you don't even know what these things are. So networking with other PMs and learning from them. So your real credential is the product you shipped and the impact you've driven. The bottom line is that certifications can open doors, but they won't make you a better product manager. So only practice, curiosity, empathy, and resilience. We do that for you. And now, to close this, and I hope you actually enjoyed this, and now you are relaxed that she's making sense, right? She actually knows what she's saying, even though she's saying that she not. You get me? So now, so yes, I have certifications. I'm gonna get more. I have like three more to go this year, but I'm not a better PM because of them. I'm a better PM because I've shipped products, I've made mistakes, I've learned from users, and I keep showing up even when things got really, really hard. And yeah, sometimes I want to break down. Sometimes I want to cry. Actually, I do cry. I cry. So if you're an early level product manager watching this, here's my challenge to you. Don't obsess over certifications. I know my students can see this video, and I'm telling you again, don't obsess over certifications. Obsess over building skills, ship some things, solve a real problem, and learn in public. The best PM credential is a portfolio of work that speaks for itself. And that's why every week I do give you people assignments. So yes, if you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe for more honest PM advice. You can also drop a comment and let me know, do you have PM certifications and do you think they are worth it? And at what point, if you have certifications, at what point in your PM career did you get your first certification? So I would love to hear your experience. And you know what? Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.